So one of the ways I achieved that sobriety for 5 years, short of medical substances and things that are endorsed by doctors, is basically to say that I used my collection as a replacement in some senses, and it had its own addiction qualities as well at times, which got out of hand perhaps, but maybe there were better ways, in other words, of doing the reviews and the collections to sell things off quicker. But that said, the getting into hobbies again that were of interest to me and I could connect with my children with, such as collecting, skateboarding, reading, watching different movies and cartoons and stuff from both of our generations together, wrestling, it really filled the need for having anything dopamine wise that was coming from chemical substances as opposed to genuine life experiences. And so, to kind of quote train spotting in that sense, I chose life and different ways of having my quote plastic crack, as the action figure collection community often refers to it. Now that things are more challenging, though, that collecting space is also shrinking and getting more focused or limited into what can be bought. So, how do I fill the void in that sense? And it's going back to doing things I would do related to my PhD a lot, which is reading papers, doing lots of job applications, keeping up around the apartment, even though it might be an eviction soon enough anyway. I still want to live in a space that is as organized, tidy, and livable as possible. So, you just kind of find different ways of resorting back to your interests at good times to fill those voids. And of course, every Saturday, then getting time with my kiddos. I mean, that's the best. So, yeah, that's kind of how one fills the voids that drugs once filled in tough, dark times to stay healthy, stay sober, and have a better tomorrow and at least a wider health perspective. So, yeah, it's kind of like, it sounds simpler than it is, I suppose, but for me, that was how it worked.